Okay, so as a kid, I grew up in the ideal, perfect conditions for a child. As a 2-year-old, I had a great family, great friends, and overall, a great support system altogether. I didn't think anything in my life was ever going to turn around. I believed that if I was living a perfect life, everyone around me was also living a perfect life. For all I knew, that was the normal of the people. A couple years later, I started playing sports, such as basketball and baseball, or t-ball at the time, and soccer. These became my passion. Everything I wanted to do revolved around sports, and everything I did was also the same. My typical day went from school to sports to sleep and repeat. Everything I did was just for the competition and the play together that was around me at the same time. I didn't realize that through sports was also going to come the hardest challenge that I've ever had to come across. And that was through anxiety. As you can see, very emotional times for me. Anxiety took the play that I had grown up with, that I loved, and changed it into the hardest thing that I've ever had to come against. The thing that became my passion became the torture of my life. And everything that I put into the work just came into devastation in the end. One goal in soccer would leave me bawling on the ground for hours. A turnover in basketball would lead me to running out of the gym. An error in baseball or t-ball would make me want to quit the game. And just to snip into it and show you a little video of my soccer days. Now this is all fake, this is not real. This is me trying to hide my... Now you can thank my dad for the awesome recording there, but... Hey, and that was like 5-1 as well, so imagine we were losing, how much worse that would have been. So, not also was this in sports, even though it's the first thing that come up, but this carried on into my school life as well. In school, I would often cry throughout the day, and it earned me the title crybaby. This was not a form of bullying to me, but it was the worst thing possible for me in school. Constantly throughout the day, anything I do that I tear up from, people would be calling me names throughout the day. People I'd call my friends were constantly nagging me for things that I do. And it was really hard for me. It was really stressful. And it made me not want to get out of bed in the morning to go to school and to have fun in my life. Everything I did had a negative with anxiety. Fast forward a couple years, I began going to Impulse, which is a church group which a bunch of people in my grade, a bunch of boys got together, and we just talk about our problems every Wednesday. Through this, I realized that I was not the only one that was struggling with anything. The other people were going through the same thing. 2 of the people in that group also were struggling with anxiety at the time. And this really opened my eyes that I was not alone through this. Connecting with these people and seeing that together we can be one and we can help each other gave me hope. I was not alone anymore, and it made me confident with the people that are around me and in myself. I was no longer scared, but I was happy and excited for my life in the future. Now, I haven't completely overcome anxiety, and I never will, because humans are not perfect. None of us are. But the difference from that 5-year-old kid crying on the screen and me now is incredible. I can now pursue sports that I love, and they went from my torture back to my escape from life that I was struggling with. I still struggle with many things, and I know most of you do as well. But through this, I'm more confident in myself, and I'm better able to talk to everyone. If you tell me as a 5-year-old that I'm going to be talking in front of a bunch of people, no way. Because I'd still be crying in the back room. But the difference to now is incredible. And what I'd like to preach to you guys is not that you're going to overcome anything that you're doing right away if you just surround the people, but it's a process. You can't defeat anything you're going through alone, and if you can, props to you, that's incredible. But if you can't, one thing I would advise you to do is to get with a group of people that you love and they can love you back. That you can just support each other through a group, create an accountability, and that can change your life for the better in the end. Thank you.